What up, everybody? It's your boy Gadot, and we have your breaking news wake-up alert. Now, Israel and Hammas agreed to ceasefire, but tensions remain high. Wonder Woman's Gal Gadot gets backlash over Israel and Hammas violence comments. The Biden administration is unable to continue $300 unemployment boost in GOP states as governors slash it. Meg Thee Stallion channels 90s Janet Jackson look on the new HBO Max show, Legendary. We also have more information on the new Batman series on HBO Max coming soon, as well as rest in power to comedic legend Paul Mooney. Now stay tuned for this week's Wake Up Alert.
East Coast, know I'm rockin' with y'all. West Coast, know I'm rockin' with y'all. North Side, know I'm rockin' with y'all. South Side, know I'm rockin' with y'all. I'm still riding with my day, cause I'm rockin' with y'all.
What up, everyone? We're back. But first, make sure you don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Gadot. Hit that subscribe button. Then make sure you like, share, and comment on this video. It helps the algorithms and it gets the news out to everyone. If you're following us on Facebook, make sure you like our Facebook page at Love First Entertainment presents Love First TV. With that being said, we have your news. Now, Israel and the Hammas agreed to ceasefire after hundreds are left dead, most of them being Palestinian.
Hamas's military wing, unseen throughout the conflict, down in tunnels firing rockets, has emerged from hiding to show it has not been destroyed. As the militants paraded through the streets, Gazans looked on with overwhelming support.
Hammas is seeing a wave of popularity after this latest round of violence, presenting itself as the sole defenders of the Palestinian people, the only ones willing and able to stand up to Israel.
Israel wanted to set back Hamas's military capacity and did. But Israel also hoped the airstrikes would turn people in Gaza against Hamas. That didn't happen. In Israel, many wanted the airstrikes to continue.
I'm against the ceasefire with Gaza. I think we should continue the fighting.
In Gaza, they see it very differently. Gaza is completely cut off. Israel doesn't allow the 2 million Palestinians here to leave. And there were no shelters to run to while Gaza was under attack.
Man, we're just praying for peace, and hopefully the violence will stop. In more news, actress Gal Gadot from DC's Wonder Woman gets backlash on her comments regarding Israel and the Hammas group. Please forgive me if I'm saying the names wrong. Now, the Israel-born actress star was bombarded with criticism and some support after sounding off on the current wave of violence. Gal Gadot waded into the topic of the current wave of Israel-Palestine violence, and not surprisingly, is receiving backlash online. The Israel-born Wonder Woman star was trending on Twitter on Wednesday after posting on Instagram the following: "My heart breaks. My country is at war. I worry for my family, my friends. I worry for my people. This is a vicious cycle that has been going on for far too long. Israel deserves to live as free and a safe nation. Our neighbors deserve the same. I pray for the victims and I pray for their families. I pray for this unimaginable hostility to end. I pray for our leaders to find a solution so we could live side by side in peace. I pray for better days." Now, Gadot's pro-peace, respect both sides sentiment might sound fairly benign, but some took issues with the actress using the friendly term neighbors amid the rocket firing conflict and for supporting Israel at all. Gadot also served 2 years as a soldier in the Israel Defense Forces, something that has likewise been made a point of contention. The Biden administration is unable to implement the $300 unemployment boost in certain GOP states due to governors slashing it. Here's more information on that.
President Biden's agenda could be driving the economy into a ditch. The jobs report was a major miss, and small business owners say they can't compete with generous unemployment benefits, paying people more to stay at home.
Many people want to work. No, they don't. When you're handing them so much money and so much unemployment, it's backfiring.
They're incentivizing people to stay home, and that just doesn't make sense.
I would love to take the out of unemployment benefits and let's incentivize employees to come back to work.
Anyone collecting unemployment who is offered a suitable job must take the job or lose their unemployment benefits. I know there's been a lot of discussion since Friday's report, that people are being paid to stay home rather than go to work. Well, we don't see much evidence of that. I think the people who claim Americans won't work, even if they find a good and fair opportunity, underestimate the American people.
But I must say that I think numbers do matter in economics, and if we really had a labor shortage, I think you would see wage rates go up, and we're not seeing wages suddenly skyrocketing because there's a labor shortage in America. That's not the case. In fact, I would also say there's no sign of inflation out there. You look at something like the 10-year bonds. The 10-year bond right now, if you went out and bought a 10-year bond right now, the interest rate's like 1.6%. So that means people are buying them, and they are buying them, on the premise that inflation is going to be less than 1%, near zero, for the next 10 years. These are people who are in the financial services business. It's their business. The GDP right now, if it goes at first quarter rates, we would have like a 6% growth rate. So these are all very positive. Yeah, we might have some hiccups there, supply chains, disruptions, but this is not about anybody being a slacker, or somehow lazy. No, this is just not who we are, and it's not the American story, I can tell you that.
Let us know your thoughts on the unemployment debate that is happening. Do you believe that this should end, even though it ends in September? Should it end now to help the economy, or should it stay? Will it help increase wages for laborers if it does stay? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Now, in more news, Megan Thee Stallion channels Janet Jackson in her new look on HBO Max's show Legendary. We have more information on that. Now, Meg Thee Stallion has blessed our screens with yet another killer look. On the latest episode of HBO Max's Legendary, which aired on May 19th, stepped out in a stop-showing pantsuit with a pop culture twist. Styled by Brooklyn Styles, Meg wore a bustier blazer, flared pants, and matching stilettos. Designer Brian Hearns embellished the custom ensemble with abstract paint strokes inspired by the legendary artist Jean Mitchell Basquiat. This look was so fun to create, literally hand-painted this deconstruction suit. Now, we have more news on HBO Max. There is a new series by Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves, and J.J. Abrams, continuing a new Batman series, which will be releasing on HBO Max. Take a look.
This new animated series they've announced today looks to be a brand new interpretation of The Dark Knight, and it's not just Bruce Timm who's involved. We've actually got Matt Reeves and J.J. Abrams working as executive producers as well. It definitely feels as though with the announcement at the end of the year of the Gotham kind of PD TV show announcement, that Reeves is taking more of a kind of active role in building sort of, different Batman projects for Warner Brothers, which is exciting. But obviously the main takeaway right now is that Bruce Timm is involved. We got the announcement earlier today with some brand spanking new art that definitely kind of harkens back to the golden age of Batman, with the big, long, pointy ears. It very much reminds me more so of Timm's work when it was Batman's 75th anniversary, and he did the Strange Days short, which was kind of inspired by those golden age adventures where, it's very much noir influence. They mentioned here in the press release from J.J. Abrams that we are beyond excited to be working together to bring this character back to tell engrossing new stories in Gotham City. This series will be thrilling, cinematic, and evocative of Batman's noir roots, while diving deeper into the psychology of these iconic characters. We cannot wait to share this new world again.
We also have some sad news where we lost a comedic legend, Paul Mooney, at age 79. Paul Mooney, famous for collaborating with late Richard Pryor and Dave Chappelle. Now we have more on this story.
Ain't so funny when it's your mama, huh?
Never backing down in examining race, serving up unsparing assessments that hit their target.
Yeah, black people can jump high. You gotta jump. got to do something when you're running from the police.
Even by stand-up comic standards, Paul Mooney was uncommonly fearless and frank, essential every time he stepped in front of a mic.
I don't think we get the Chris Rocks, the Kevin Harts, the Dave Chappelles without those early days of Paul Mooney.
On Chappelle's show, he would excel as a comic soothsayer.
Why is President Bush so sure Iraq has weapons of mass destruction?
Because he has the receipt. Next question.
And star in the acclaimed series Ask a Black Dude segment.
The black man in America is the most copied man on this planet.
Shock and sadness filled social media after news of Paul Mooney's death Wednesday at the age of 79, along with deep admiration. A comedy giant, wrote Ava DuVernay. Yeah, the jokes, but more so the freedom. He spoke freely and fearlessly about feelings and experiences others found difficult to express. May he be truly free now. Yet Paul Mooney might have been most revered for his work with Richard Pryor. When Pryor hosted SNL in its first year, Mooney wrote the sketch Word Association, where a job interview erupts into a volley of racial slurs. 46 years later, still the most shocking and dangerous 3 minutes of comedy in network TV history, it stands as a tribute to the magnitude of Paul Mooney's achievement.
Now, Mr. Mooney is a legend. He will forever be remembered. We are sending prayers out to his family. Now, make sure you tune in every week. We have your breaking news here first on the Love First TV channel. Thank you. See you next week. McGregor! What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, baby.
Yeah. We gotta show love first like a podcast.